Good afternoon. I'm Kimberly Van Noort, Chancellor at UNC Asheville. It's hard to believe that just 2 weeks ago, we were witnessing the magnitude of the storm, not knowing the impending and unimaginable devastation that it was bringing. I'm currently sitting here in our Emergency Operations Center, our war room, that has been occupied by this group since we realized that Helene would make landfall here in the mountains. The EOC, the Emergency Operation Group, is comprised of staff from multiple areas of the institution who have spent weeks managing big and small decisions, coordinating numerous things, from emergency worker meals, showers, to student, faculty, and staff pickup of on-campus items, to communications, and the list goes on and on. Many of them slept right here on mattresses in the governor's hall, in the residence halls, and in our operation facilities for many days during and right after the storm. I cannot thank this group enough for their efforts and their work around the clock. They have been here instead of home with their loved ones. It has been my very great privilege to work alongside each of you for these past 2 weeks. Thank you. We owe you an immense debt of gratitude. As you all can imagine, being without stable internet and phone coverage has certainly challenged our team to communicate in almost every way. At first via walkie-talkie radios, and now, thankfully, via Zoom. I hope you have received my email briefings and feel connected to UNC Asheville as we navigate this tragedy. While I prefer to speak to you face-to-face, and certainly in person, this webinar briefing is the best way I can communicate with you given the current circumstances. We decided to host this briefing so that we could have an opportunity to come together as a Bulldog community. We recognize the need to share and reflect on how UNC Asheville is responding to the impacts of Hurricane Helene. While the chat feature is disabled for this webinar, you will have the opportunity to submit questions beginning tomorrow that will be answered in town hall meetings and other communications next week. I know you must have many questions and a lot on your mind, because I do too. But I assure you, our team is working around the clock to coordinate many details so that we can answer your questions and push communications out to you as soon as possible. Despite the overwhelming difficulties, we have emerged, and in true Bulldog fashion, we threw ourselves immediately into the tasks of ensuring that our students were safe and clearing access to the campus for emergency vehicles and services. I'm grateful to the many workers who have been working tirelessly on campus and off campus. There were nearly 1,300 students on campus when the hurricane hit, and all of them remained safe and supported during the storm. All residential students have been relocated. They left our Bulldog home, but they've not left our thoughts and care. I miss seeing you all on campus. It's really way too quiet without you here. At this time, the plan is to resume online classes on Monday, October 28th. Power has been restored. Oh, helicopter going overhead. Power has been restored to campus, but we are at the mercy of the water supply lines before we can resume normal operations. Campus remains closed to faculty, staff, students, and the public until at least Monday, October 21st. I'd like to note that the Masters of Public Health program will resume online on October 21st, and the Joint Engineering program with NC State University will resume on October 17th. You'll be receiving more information on that from your programs. The emergency management team here has been in contact with the Asheville City and Buncombe County officials multiple times a day as they work together to get our community as a whole up and fully running. Matt Petty, Director of Emergency Management, submits a situation report of our campus for UNC Asheville daily to the city and county to keep our county and city apprised of the status of our campus. We are so fortunate that police and other personnel have been deployed to our campus from other institutions and organizations from across the state. NC State University, Winston-Salem State, NC State, UNC Charlotte, East Carolina University, UNC Greensboro, Fayetteville State University, UNC Wilmington, UNC Pembroke, NC Central, Wake Med, and the Rocky Mount Police Department. These dedicated volunteers have helped maintain the safety and security of all of our campus and personnel. I also want to thank you all for the messages of support and offers of help that have been pouring in. Your support means a great deal to me and to the entire campus community. I also want to thank the many members of our UNC Asheville community for their incredible work in the region over the past 2 weeks. We have alumni, employees, and students who are leading rescue and relief efforts across the region. Thank you for all of your tireless efforts during our region's long road to recovery. It is absolutely incredible to see the mighty work and humanity on display with neighbors helping neighbors. I want to tell you about one particular individual. During Hurricane Helene, one of our police officers established himself as a hero in ways far above the expectations of any of us, along the way suffering tragedy himself. Officer Robbie Craig was on his way in to work that morning when he found himself trapped in a mudslide in Fairview, in a small area known as Craigtown. Officer Craig was able to make his way to the nearby fire department, where he assisted a small group of firefighters in rescuing a significant number of community members from floods and additional mudslides. He was able to save numerous lives that day while losing 11 members of his own family. Officer Craig has worked then the duration of the storm and relief efforts here on campus since that morning. There are many in our community who desperately need your compassion and willingness to assist them in various ways. It makes me so proud to know the small and big ways you are contributing to recovery efforts. Basic needs like food, water, and shelter for humans and animals are being met because you have answered the call. To our community members who suffered damage to their homes and cars, experienced loss of life of friends, family, or neighbors, and are still without power, water, reliable internet, and cell coverage, we are thinking about you during this most difficult time. Please take good care of yourselves. Our human resources team, the academic deans, the vice chancellors, and staff here have been working diligently to make contact with each member of our Bulldog faculty, staff, and student community. If you have not connected with anyone from UNC Asheville post Helene, please contact your supervisor and give them your status update. We've received several questions from members of the community already, and I would like to address the most common inquiries. So first, what specific areas of campus were impacted? We had many trees fall during the storm. Melissa Acker and her team are doing tremendous work coordinating the efforts to remove fallen trees. Our facilities folks arrived on campus very early Friday before the storm hit, and they were out on campus the minute that we deemed it safe for them to start the heroic work of clearing, even as trees continued to fall. Again, those folks were here and not with their families. Are any buildings out of commission? The 838 Riverside Drive space, which holds athletics and some studio art and drama space, was submerged with water when the French Broad River rose and spilled onto Riverside and River Arts District. Today, Scott Walker and Mary Hall walked through the building with an insurance adjuster so that we can begin to recover lost equipment and plan for the future of that space. Some buildings have minimal water and debris damage, but our teams are working quickly to remedy those and get our buildings operable. We were very lucky to not have experienced significant structural damage. Is the Steam Studio okay? The Steam Studio does have some minimal damage, and it remains closed along with the other building on Riverside Drive because of the damage and until we are ready to open them and clear them. How about the quad and the maples on the quad? The maples on the quad are still standing. They are all accounted for, and we're waiting for their leaves to turn later this month. We actually had minimal damage to the trees on the quad itself. We were thankful for that, and so it doesn't look a lot different from when you left. What about the student affairs services? So your student affairs staff have been working nonstop to support students in so many ways. I have watched every day as this team has gone to extraordinary lengths to work with students and take care of their needs. The Student Affairs team has also been coordinating meals and housing for hundreds of emergency workers, and many have rarely left campus since September 27th. Health and Counseling is continuing to provide mental health services for students. Please be in contact with this team by phone or email should you need to talk and process your experiences. And if you have a question, we now have a call center. Here's the number, write it down. 828-251-6600. That is 828-251-6600. The call center is open Monday through Friday during normal business hours. Or you can email Helene with an E at unca.edu. You should receive a response within a few days, and this number and email is on our website as well. Please know there are some things we just do not have the answer to at this time, but we will do our very best to answer your questions. Students, many institutions are offering you the opportunity to participate in their campus recreational services and activities. Please refer to the email you received from Jay Kutzbeck yesterday with all of those details. More than 300 of you have come to campus to pick up essential items from your residence hall room. Next week, we will have 3 more opportunities for you to pick up, and please look at the emails sent to you from Residence Life for those dates and specifics. About classes. Yesterday, our leadership team decided to move all coursework online for the remainder of the semester. We know you will have many questions and concerns about this decision, and we will continue to communicate with you as we finalize plans for online instruction. None of this is what we planned or hoped for, but we will work through these challenges together. When we are able to return to campus, everyone will have the opportunity to return to campus, utilize the services, move back into the residence halls, and enjoy on-campus life, even as instruction continues online. If classes resume on the 28th, how will they be affected by the shortened timeline? We're going to focus first and foremost on delivering the student learning outcomes, the essential things that you should be learning in your classes. That is our top priority. Some classes are going to be difficult: studio art, new media, music. They will be more challenging, but we have an army of folks, experts here on campus and from other campuses, working on ways to make this possible and effective. Will the semester be extended further into December or January? No. We are going to move forward with the current schedule, and the semester will end on December 13th, 2024. We're still working on details for the December commencement. Our greatest hope is to host the commencement as scheduled. Another question: can we resume normal activity even if the water supply is not drinkable? Drinkable water is the linchpin. For health and safety reasons, we simply cannot resume normal operations without drinkable water, and the city does not yet have a timeline for when that service will be restored. Although we've had some promising reports, it may be some time yet. Once our drinking water supply is restored, we'll be able to safely resume, and students, faculty, and staff will be able to return to campus, which we know will be a relief to many. What are the effects on the athletics programs? Athletes are continuing to compete. They are Bulldogs, after all. Athletic Director Janet Cohn has worked with her extensive list of contacts to ensure that our student athletes have practice space and elsewhere and can compete at the Division I level. As time progresses, Bulldog Athletics and AD Cohn will keep us posted on venue and competition changes. As you imagine, it could be the case that many of our events will need to be held off campus until we are fully operational. Question about human resources and about employees. Will employees be paid during this time? Absolutely. Employees, everyone will be paid while we are in Condition 3. We are working with the system office also to clarify any additional benefits and reporting requirements for those who worked during the very hazardous first few days and have worked much overtime since Helene hit our region. Please stay tuned and watch your email for further updates from Finance and Human Resources. And don't forget to enroll in your health benefits, in your overall benefits by November 1st, 2024. This date is an extension for employees given to us because of the storm. If you have questions, please reach out to Human Resources for guidance. Besides, another question here, besides financial support, are there other ways the extended community can help? At this time, the best way to help the institution is with your unrestricted donations. There's a link on our website dedicated to Helene. While we are not able to accommodate material donations, we've set up a Helene Relief Fund. And I'm pleased to report that we've received nearly 300 donations in the last week, totaling over $208,000. These unrestricted donations will be crucial as we react to the many needs of our campus community, including student emergency funds for food, shelter, internet, and other needs. When the campus is safer, we may have a community day, asking our community to help out with the last tasks of getting the classrooms, residence halls, and other spaces ready for students to return. What about work in the community? As many of you know, we have declared a semester of civics here at UNC Asheville this semester. This is an initiative led by students, faculty, and staff. And we're pleased to report that UNC Asheville will still serve as an early voting site. We've worked with Buncombe County to relocate early voting to 118 W.T. Weaver Boulevard. We are so proud of the opportunity to play our part in democracy, and so proud of our students, faculty, and staff for having organized this. We're going to have some coming town halls because I also want to see your faces. I'll be sending out invitations for upcoming events that will be broken into 3 groups. The first group will be for faculty and staff. Then we'll have a town hall for students and families. And finally, an opportunity for alumni, friends, and members of OLLI to be on a town hall. That invitation will have an RSVP link and an opportunity for you to ask a question or questions prior to the town hall so that we can answer them during that time. In closing, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Your support and loyalty to UNC Asheville are comforting and inspiring. Honestly, knowing that people are concerned and want to help is heartening to us all. I will continue to update the campus community through email notifications and be on the lookout for town hall invitations. I look forward to seeing all your faces next week. Take care of yourselves and those around you and one another. Your well-being is of the utmost importance to me and to this institution. Please be safe. Thank you.